to NVC Volleyball Tournament. The visiting team on the scoreboard will be the Neligh-Oakdale Lady Warriors. The home team will be the Niobrara-Verdigre Cougars. Starting for the Warriors, number 1, 5'8" junior, Neligh-Oakdale. Number 7, 5'4" junior, Neligh-Oakdale. Number 8, 5'3" junior, Cassidy Blue. Number 9, 5'9" junior, Haley Horseman. Number 10, 5'4" junior, Daniela Para. Number 12, 5'6" junior, Emily Canuce. And the Warriors, number 21, 5'3" senior, Brittany Olson. The coach for the Lady Warriors is J.J. Wagner. He's assisted by Laura Dewey and April Canuce. And now let's meet the Lady Cougars. Number 1, 5'7" junior, Jocelyn Miller. Number 2, 5'8" junior, Billy Portman. Number 4, 5'9" senior, Ashley Coates. Number 12, 5'6" senior, Angelina Bauer. Number 13, 5'7" junior, Summer Vesley. Number 14, 5'6" senior, Harley Starr. And Rivera, number 26, 5'4" senior, Bree Brighthawk. Co-head coaches are Kelsey Metis and Sonia Liska. The assistant coach is Jennifer Pritchett. At this time, please rise for playing of the national anthem.
All right, we're already there. What? Yeah, when they did that rotation. or 3? Oh, I see it. Oh, you do it? What's up, Peyton? Bring it in, Xavier, and throw it that please. Water. Thanks, man. 0. $5 here for the Nets. Ball break still. How long is ball break? The glove off.
Yeah, if he takes money in a golf tournament, he's donezo.
Nice.
And first of all, I'd have to know if you're trying to bet on yourself or against yourself, because then that's a whole new thing.
Oh, on myself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's probably. You're not gonna get in it. You're fine. Well, you are, but it's okay. Who won the first two sets? No, Neligh won the first one.
After my post game, that's why. Okay.
I will.
Perfect. Thank you. First round, right?
And before that, and
Cody Gilgore.
Yep.
Cody Gilgore.
Yep.
You probably weren't in. Were you in 8-man the year that they went to Mullen? They went to Mullen for first round? Freshman, probably?
Yeah, freshman I was 8-man, then I went 6-man for sophomore, and junior and senior.
I followed you guys out to Mullen. The year you played out there, and I had to call a game for my pickup above the end zone. And that was not real great. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah, we were horrible.
Mullen was pretty good that year.
We did better at 6-man. I've been told when we win this game, we're going to Pawnee or something by Fall City.
Pawnee
For a
City.
playoff.
They played 6-man, Pawnee City. Maybe we made that town famous. Larry the Kid.
Yeah, they're pretty good at what I hear too, so.
So you're going to make me drive all the way City.
All I care about district champ.
Yep. Ticket to the dance. Always good. Pregame tunes, those are way more from my era than your era, my friend.
Yeah, because the ones that are from my era,
That's because they're
clean.
not on Coach's playlist.
Well, I had to make that playlist.
Oh, I figured that was just his personal playlist.
Now it comes back to me and says,
That
hey,
AC/DC and all that.
Motley Crue.
That's my era.
Motley Crue pretty sick. Sorry, it looks like a stud. You look
looking ladder Friday?
We have this new formation spread. Basically, it's not like a log pack, but Ben and I, the guards, are the two ends. And we're in the side. Formation for it. Go Simon. So our two pitchmen is Simon and Will, Cage in the back. I'm on the right side.
Pitch it back. To Simon?
Will's a beast. He's done a lot better than Simon. What's that? Yeah, immediate push-up. You look so slow.
coach. I said you must be awful rough on him.
Yeah.
You guys a difficult bunch to coach?
Yeah. Well,
He's got a newborn at home, so I'm sure that's not helpful.
That's why mine all turned white. the next one. third, 25-12. Over on KBRB AM 14 FM 106.3 in the web, you are over at St. Mary's as North Central has a 2-1 lead playing in the fourth. There from St. Mary's, 25-14 Knights in the first, Boyd County 25-22 in the second. Knights come back to win the third, 26-24, playing in the fourth set at St. Mary's. And it was the West Holt Huskies, the 6th seed in the opening round, knocking off 11 seed at Chambers Wheeler Central, 25-6, 25-11, 25-14. West Holt moves into the quarterfinals against 3 seed Elgin Public Pope John, where just completed the West Holt Huskies win set number 1 over Elgin Public Pope John, the 3 seed, 25-21. So West Holt off to a good start in the quarterfinals against 3 seed EPPJ. Winner of this match between Stuart and Niobrara-Verdigre gets the winner of that Elgin Public Pope John and West Holt match tomorrow night at 7:30 at St. Mary's. That's what we can tell you here so far in this NVC tournament. It is our Buckles Automotive pre-match show as we get set for this quarterfinal between the 2 seed Broncos and the 7th seed Cougars of Niobrara-Verdigre. Well, at Buckles Automotive, they are set for harvest season, but October is also fall car care month. Prices are falling this month at Buckles Automotive, your Napa store, Main Street in Ainsworth. They have everything you need to get your car, pickup, ATV, trucks, and tractors ready for winter, as well as your RVs. Napa antifreeze and coolant is on sale, orange, green, and heavy duty. It's a great time to stock up on Napa premium, conventional, and synthetic motor oil, Thermo Aid, diesel fuel additives, starting fluid, and more. Like it or not, winter is just around the corner. We're going to get down into the teens tonight, so be ready for winter at Buckles Automotive, your Napa store, Main Street in Ainsworth. Well, the Niobrara-Verdigre Cougars have already played 4 sets, as in this NVC tournament. They play the best 3 of 5. It's not like your normal triangulars where you would play the best 2 of 3. In the NVC tournament opening round all the way through the finals, you'll play the best 3 of 5 sets. So for Niobrara-Verdigre, it took them 4 to get past 10 seed Neligh-Oakdale, and they've got to turn right back around and take on the Stuart Broncos in a best 3 out of 5 sets. Had a great match for Niobrara-Verdigre in that opening round from Jocelyn Miller, the 5'7" junior. You'll remember her as one of the top basketball players in the Niobrara Valley Conference. Well, she translates that pretty well to the volleyball court as an athletic left side hitter for the Cougar team. She had a boatload of kills in that 4-set win over Niobrara-Verdigre. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll introduce you to our starting lineups for the Broncos and the Cougars in the Niobrara Valley Conference Volleyball Tournament quarterfinals on KBRB.
Downtime you can actually enjoy ahead of schedule, powered locally. Getting done with chores or out of the field ahead of schedule gives you more of a good kind of downtime. Downtime that comes after a job well done. At Mitchell Equipment in Atkinson and Humphrey, they provide ranchers and farmers with quality products, service, replacement parts, and solutions. Keep up with their ever-changing inventory at MitchellEquip.com. Keep up with the team on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Fill your tank and your tummy at First Stop in Atkinson, a locally owned gym with plenty of surprises waiting for you beyond the pump. Aisles of snacks, fountain pop and beverage choices, coffee and cappuccino, a great liquor selection, flavor burst ice cream, hot and ready fare, including their legendary roasted chicken and brisket too. To-go orders are welcome. They know you're on the move, and they're here to help at First Stop, East Highway 20 Atkinson.
Well, we welcome you back here on KBRB FM 92 and KBRB.net as we get set for this NVC tournament quarterfinal match between Stuart and Niobrara-Verdigre. Let's introduce you to the starting lineups for both teams. Lineups brought to you by Three River, your area telecommunications and technology leader. And let's start with the Niobrara-Verdigre Cougars. The Cougars come into this match at 12-13 after winning over Neligh-Oakdale in match number 1. The Cougars are coached by co-head coaches Kelsey Matisse and Sonia Liska, and assisted by Jennifer Pritchett. The Cougars will start. Number 1, outside hitter Jocelyn Miller. She is a 5'7" junior. Number 2 on the outside, Billy Pritchett. She is a 5'8" junior. Number 4 in the middle, Ashley Parks, a 5'9" senior. Number 12, Angelina Bauer, 5'6" and a senior. Number 13, Summer Vesely, a 5'7" junior. Number 14 is your setter, Harley Stark. She is a 5'6" senior. And your libero, Bree Breithopt. She is a 5'4" senior. The Cougars in their long sleeve black uniforms with the blue and white numbers and letters. The libero, Breithopt, is in a white long sleeve uniform with blue numbers and letters. Those are your starting lineups for the Niobrara-Verdigre Cougars. Ultra fast speed at amazing prices. Three River is investing and bringing communities together with fiber service right to your home or business. With offices in Ainsworth, Springview, O'Neill, and Lynch, their staff is local and ready to serve. Three Rivers Fiber Internet has unmatched reliability, ultra fast upload and download speeds, along with unlimited usage. Go to 3river.net to get started. Three River, your local broadband leader. Now the starting lineup for the 18-8 Stuart Broncos, the number 2 seed in this NVC tournament. The Broncos are coached by Sandy Miller and John Miller, assisted by Kylie Borg. The Broncos will start. Number 5, Lacey Paxton on the outside, 5'7" and a junior. In the back row, number 8, Trinity Dodds, 5 feet and a senior. Number 9, Reagan Strikey, 5'6" and a sophomore. Number 10, part-time setter in this 6'2" system, part-time outside hitter is Sydney Estel, a 5'7" senior. Your libero is Chiana Tubbs. Tubbs, number 12, is a 5'4" senior. Number 15 in the middle, Sarah Wallinger, 5'8" and a senior. And number 17, 5'6" sophomore, she's part-time setter, Addie Kentler, in that 6'2" system run by Sandy and John Miller. Your starting lineup for the 18-8 Stuart Broncos. Second meeting of these two teams back on September 6th. It was Stuart winning a 2-0 match over Niobrara-Verdigre in a double triangular hosted by the Cougars. So these two teams, their second meeting, first since September 6th. The Broncos have won 4 of their last 5 and 9 of their last 11. The only 2 losses into that stretch were to a 20-8 Hardington Cedar Catholic team in 5 sets, and a 5-setter to a Class C2 13-11 Westhold Huskies, the 6th seed, who are right now ahead of 3 seed Elgin Public Pope John by a set in the quarterfinals tonight. If Westholt gets that one and Stuart can get by Niobrara-Verdigre, we'd see a rematch of last week's 5-setter tomorrow night at St. Mary's in the semifinals. But the Broncos playing good volleyball. They've won 9 of their last 11 and are 18-8 on the season. Niobrara-Verdigre has been playing some of its better volleyball here in the second part of the season, including a really nice 2-1 win over a 22-4 O'Neill St. Mary's team in a triangular hosted by the Cougars. Cougars also got a 2-set victory over North Central in that triangular. Then lost to Crofton in the Knox County Invitational before wins over Creighton and Bloomfield. And the Cougars are coming off a 3-0 loss on the 14th to Elgin Public Pope John, who is 19-7 and playing tonight as the 3 seed in this NVC tournament. Well, taking a look at the stats for the Cougars, they are led offensively by Jocelyn Miller. Miller has 149 sets coming into tonight, and she added to that total by a bundle in match number 1. From there, you have 99 kills from Summer Vesely and 98 from Ashley Parks. See 39 ace serves from the setter, Harley Stark. She also has 344 set assists on the season, 34 ace serves for Miller to go along with 175 digs. Bright Hop, the libero, leads the Cougars with
The 2022 NVC Volleyball Tournament. The Niobrara-Verdigre Neligh-Oakdale.
upset. The 5 seed knocks off the 4 seed. Call it a slight upset in the quarterfinals. This swing is blocked back by Jocelyn Miller. Miller gets a kill and now an ace block, and we are tied at 7. So Elkhorn Valley moves into the quarterfinals, winning set 4 25-23 over Summerland. Broncos get a set deep by Estill, chased down by Breithaupt, and a free pass back to Stuart. This one drives Dodds back. Kettler back sets it for Strikey into the middle, and a net violation against Niobrara-Verdigre. That's called on Jocelyn Miller. (8-7) Broncos with the lead. Serve played across by Vesely. Now here's Miller, a little flat-footed swing. That's dug by Paxton. Kettler sets it up for Estill. Cross court. That one dug by Vesely. Joust at the net. Won by the Cougars. Broncos cover. Estill down and off the block is good. She tooled it off the block of Harley Stark and gets that one to the floor. Broncos now lead it 9-7. Second kill for Sydney Estill. 9-7, and the serve is long for the Broncos. That is their second service error. 9-8, tight first set. With the serve is Stark. The setter, good, tough serve. Played nicely by Dodds. Swing for Estill is long. She wanted a touch call at the net. The chair official, Holly Pospischel, says no, and we are tied at 9 on the Bronco attack error. Serve from Stark into the middle. Nice play of Dodds just to get to it, but it sails into the net. Broncos can't dig it out, and a ace serve first of the match for either team, and it goes to Harley Stark, and Niobrara-Verdigre has its first lead at 10-9. Another tough serve by Stark. This one catches the net, and the Broncos can't get it played. Back-to-back ace serves for Stark. 11-9, and Niobrara-Verdigre. Seeing if Coach Sandy Miller was going to call the timeout, she's going to wait. Broncos down now by 2. Stark in a rhythm. This one a flat serve across to Tubbs. Broncos go to Estill. Rips that one long. No touch. 12-9 Niobrara-Verdigre, and here comes the timeout from Coach Sandy Miller. She signals to floor official Jan Bowie, and it is Niobrara-Verdigre on a 4-point run to take a 12-9 lead here in set 1 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard.
Running an agribusiness is hard work. At the Tri-County Bank, they're here to lend a hand. With local financing that's customized to your needs, your operation can continue to grow. Work with a team of ag lenders who have deep roots in the community, because they aren't just lenders, they're neighbors. Stop by the Tri-County Bank in Stuart, Atkinson, Bassett, or O'Neill, or visit TriCountyBank.com to get started. Member FDIC.
Greg Kinsey with you here from Stuart Auditorium for this quarterfinal matchup of the Niobrara Valley Conference Tournament. If we get any of our area teams into the semifinals, we will be having those tomorrow night from St. Mary's. 12-9 off the Stuart timeout. The serve is misplayed, caught in between. Reagan Strikey, she didn't know whether to play it or let it go and see if it would go long. At the last second, she tried to play it right into the ground, and it is 13-9. 3 aces in this stretch for Stark, and this one into the net. To close out the run, tried a short serve there, but that ends a 5-point Niobrara-Verdigre run. Good serving from setter Harley Stark as she picked up 3 aces in that run. 13-10, Broncos now in a hole here in set 1. Jump serve from Estill. Hits Breithaupt and down as she wanted to play it, then wanted to get out of the way and couldn't do either, as that's an ace serve answering by Sydney Estill. Broncos 2 straight to cut the deficit in half at 13-11. Been through 1 rotation here. Estill the first server for Stuart. She runs under another jump serve, sends it deep middle to Breithaupt. This time plays it in system. Start goes to Miller. Off the block and out of bounds. Wallinger got a hand on it, but shot it to her left and out of bounds, and that is another kill for Jocelyn Miller, her 3rd in this opening set. She had the big match in the 4-set win over Neligh-Oakdale. 14-11 Cougars lead. Both these teams have wins over St. Mary's here in the month of October. The swing for Wallinger. There's a touch called by the floor official. Jan Bowie saw the touch, so Wallinger will get credit for the kill. The ball went out of bounds, but say it's off the touch of the block. Kill for Wallinger, 14-12, and Sarah to the service line. She brings one across, good, hard, flat serve. Out of system are the Cougars, and they'll just free pass one across. Broncos back set it to Kettler, cross court, but wide. Attack error by the Broncos. You see this sometimes when one team is just getting out there for the first time. The other team's already been out and played a match. But that other team a lot warmer. As a serve by Jocelyn Miller, played by Tubbs, bump set, and the Broncos will get a swing from Steinhauser. That's dug by Stark. Set deep and long, but a net violation regardless against Angelina Bauer. Her set deep, tight to the net, would have been out of bounds anyway. 15-13, Broncos down 2 to the Cougars here in set 1 on our way to 25. Trying to fill out the semifinals for tomorrow at St. Mary's. Swing for Bauer sails long, and back-to-back errors by Bauer has the Broncos back to within a point at 15-14. Addie Kettler, the server for Stuart, sends this one deep to Jocelyn Miller. Stark pushes left to Vesely. Her swing in the middle is played off the arms of Carroll and to the student section. That is a kill for Summer Vesely, and the Cougars get the point to lead 16-14. Serve is across, and a nice serve from Bauer, played by Tubbs. Swing in the middle for Paxton, dug by Miller. Stark chases it down, and a free pass across. Great rally by the Cougars to get that one over. Right back to Paxton, and she rips one down in front of Bree Breithaupt. Big swing for Lacey Paxton, her third kill. And the Broncos within one at 16-15. Good first set between these two teams. Stuart with 7 kills. Niobrara-Verdigre with 5 kills, 3 ace serves. Serve played by Miller. Stark goes left to Vesely, sends that one long. That set kind of drove Vesely wide of that antenna. She had a hard time keeping it inside the antenna. She got it inside the antenna, but sent it long. Tied at 16, Lacey Paxton with the serve, played by Miller into the middle. Here's Parks, blocked back by Steinhauser, but out of bounds. Kill for Ashley Parks. Looks like we have a final from match number 1 in the opening round. North Central moves into the quarterfinals, getting set to take on St. Mary's. Knights win the fourth 25-17 and win 3 sets to 1. Tied at 17, Stuart with the serve. Here is Chiana Tubbs. I believe that was North Central that won set 4. This serve just long from Tubbs. Service error number 3, and Niobrara-Verdigre as we head down the stretch here in set 1 leads Stuart 18-17. Again, both these teams with wins over the number 1 seed St. Mary's here in the last couple weeks. Broncos in system, get a swing for Estel, rips it off the block of Stark and Billy Pritchett. And that for Estel is her 3rd kill. She tooled that one off the block and out of bounds. Tied at 18, Reagan Strikey to the service line. This serve played by Breithaupt. Swing for Miller on the left side, blocked, kept alive by the Broncos. They'll set up Estel. That one touched on the block and dug by Jocelyn Miller. They go right back to Jocelyn. That touched on the block, dug by Paxton. Broncos will set up Estel. Sends one across. Good dig by Breithaupt. Right back to Jocelyn Miller again. Rips that one cross court and up into the fan. Good swing again, Jocelyn Miller. Boy, she is the energy for this Niobrara-Verdigre team. Every time she gets a big kill, her teammates really celebrate. Westhold has a 2-0 lead over 3-seed Elgin Public Pope John as that serve from Stark sails long. That's a big miss. Harley had 3 aces and a good run last time at the service line. So Westhold now leads Elgin Public Pope John 2-0, 25-21, 25-22. We are tied at 19 here in the first. We've got a little delay in play here, as not sure what the issue might have been, but they were discussing some things. The jump serve from Estill, played by Bauer. They go into the middle to Jocelyn Miller, tips it away from the block and down. 5 kills in the opening set for Jocelyn Miller, a 5'7" junior. Kind of like Paxton, they'll move her around a little bit. She typically is on the outside, but when they try to avoid the double block, they'll move her around. Serve played by Dodds. They push it left to Paxton. That one blocked back, covered by Dodds across the net. Here comes Niobrara-Verdigre, back to Miller. Boy, that one kept Jocelyn running. Now a joust to the net, won by Miller. Broncos keep it alive. Wallinger pushes it over and down in third contact. Good rally as the Broncos kept a couple alive on a nice joust, won by Miller. Broncos kept it alive on a great play by Addie Kettler, and then the kill from Sarah Wallinger. We are tied at 20 here in set 1. Wallinger serve, played across to Vesely. They'll go back set to Jocelyn Miller. Cross court and in. Miller with kill number 6 of this opening set. And the Cougars lead by 1, 21-20. Boy, can she rip the ball. Jocelyn Miller got just great ups. 5'7", but super athletic. And she is getting that whole elbow above the net when she's taking those swings. 21-20, Miller to serve. Sends one down the line to Strikey. They'll set up middle for Lacey Paxton. That one's off the block and down. Lacey with her 4th kill. The two leading attackers going back and forth here in set 1. We are tied at 21 apiece here in the opening set. The 2-seed Broncos in this NVC tournament. The 7-seed Cougars of Niobrara-Verdigre. Jump serve for Kettler. That one played by Breithaupt. Sends Stark tight to the net. They'll go to Vesely left side. Her off-speed swing is down in front of a diving Chianna Tubbs. Summer Vesely with the kill. 22-21. Niobrara-Verdigre here in the first. Bauer one's under a jump serve and hits it into the middle of the net. 5th serving error of the set for the Cougars. You wonder how the legs will hold up as they're playing already in their 5th set in a warm auditorium here at Stuart. Tied at 22, serve from Lacey Paxton into the middle to Miller. They'll set left for Vesely. That one through the block. Doug kept alive by the Broncos. Here is Steinhauser in the middle. That swing is into the net. Point Cougars, 2 away from the set, 23-22. Timeout, Coach Sandy Miller and the Stuart Broncos. Tri-County Bank scoreboard here in set 1 of this Niobrara Valley Conference Tournament quarterfinal. It is Niobrara-Verdigre 23, Stuart 22. Niobrara-Verdigre leading Stuart here in this quarterfinal. Set number 1, Niobrara-Verdigre dispatched 10-seed Neligh-Oakdale in 4 sets. The serve from Parks into the middle to Tubbs. Kettler will set it up for Estill. Touched on the block, dug by Miller. Stark pushes into the middle. That one off the block and down for Billy Pritchett. Her first kill gives Niobrara-Verdigre a set point at 24-22. Ashley Parks to serve here on set point. This one drives Tubbs back deep. Bump set by Kettler. Back row attack, Paxton. Off the arms of Miller and down. Paxton from the back row picks up her 5th kill, and the Broncos save set point number 1. But it will be set point number 2 for the Cougars, 24-23. Important serve here for Chianna Tubbs. She gets it into the middle, played by Bauer. Bump set, Bauer back row attack. Dug by Tubbs. Broncos will have a chance to tie it. Estill with a swing, rips it down the line, and we're tied at 24. Broncos save both set points. And it's bonus volleyball here in the first set as you have to win by 2. Tied at 24, and now a timeout from Coach Kelsey Matisse of the Cougars. Tied at 24 on the Tri-County Bank in scoreboard. Here at Stuart Auditorium, Broncos save 2 set points. And a match on AM 14, FM 106.3 in the web. North Central, after knocking off Boyd County in 4 sets, loses set 1 to O'Neill St. Mary's, the top seed in the quarterfinals, 25-21. Westholt leads Elgin Public Pope John by 2 sets to nothing in the quarterfinals. And at last check, it was Elkhorn Valley winning over Summerlin, 3 sets to 1. Off the timeout, here comes a swing for the Cougars, and it's long by Billy Pritchett. Broncos have scored 3 in a row, and now Stuart has a set point at 25-24. The serving of Chiana Tubbs. Broncos have scored 3 straight. Now set point Stuart. Stark will push it left for Vesely. That one into the middle, dug by Tubbs. Kettler sets it up for Estill for the set. Down! Sydney Estill. 5th kill of the set, and the Broncos storm from down 24-22 to win the final 4 points of set number 1. And Stuart on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard takes it 26-24. We'll come back with set number 2 here from Stuart Auditorium after this. Well, the Stuart Broncos save 2 set points and win 26-24 after being down 24-22 in set number 1. So now the Broncos leading by a set will start with the serve. Sydney Estill to the service line, runs under a jump serve. We are underway in set 2. This serve played by Vesely. Scrambling are the Cougars, and third contact will not clear the net, and the Broncos will get an ace serve from Sydney Estill, her second, and the Broncos take a 1-0 lead here in set number 2. Best 3 of 5 to 25. Serve from Estill, overpassed and put away by Lacey Paxton. The good serve from Estill. Vesely got her arms on it, but shot it over the net, and Paxton put it away. 6 kills for Lacey Paxton, and the Broncos lead 2-0 here in the second. What kind of legs do Niobrara-Verdigre players have left? They're playing in their 6th set in a row. They'll push one out to Jocelyn Miller. That one is long. And that's what you start to see. Those swings go just a little bit long. You don't quite have the elevation to get on top of the ball. And it's a 3-0 start for Stuart. It's a warm one here at Stuart Auditorium. Broncos, after getting the first round bye, just playing their second set. It's the 6th set for Niobrara-Verdigre. Broncos on the dig, swing for Paxton, touched on the block, dug by Breithaupt. Stark sends it out to Jocelyn Miller, tries to keep that one in, and it's long. Well, Jocelyn had 6 kills in that first set, but she misfires on her first 2 swings here in set 2, and it's a 4-0 start for the Stuart Broncos. Estel gets set for another serve. This jump serve into the middle to Breithaupt. Right to Stark. She goes middle to Pritchett. That one dug by Strikey. Set it up for Paxton. That one off the arms of Vesely on the dig, and a free pass back to Stewart. Dodds is there. Setter dump try by Estel. Poked up by the Cougars and then pushed over by Miller. Broncos have it. Swing for Lacey Paxton. Nice dig by Breithaupt, pushed over in 2 by Miller. Broncos control. Paxton again, blocked back. Diving save by Trinity Dodge, pushed over in 2 again by the Cougars. Setter dump try by Kettler. Diving play made by Vesely. Great rally here at 4-0. Broncos with it. Paxton the swing through the block and down. Excellent rally. Broncos terminate on the 7th kill by Lacey Paxton. Good volleyball on that point. Broncos, though, get it, and it's 5-0 Stuart here in the second. Broncos rallied from down 2 set points, 24-22 to win the first, 26-24. Another good jump serve for Estel. Has the Cougars out of system and a free pass across. Just misses the rafter in the middle for Wallinger. Cuts one to her left and down. Sarah Wallinger with her 3rd kill. Great setup from Estel, and a timeout taken at 6-0 by the Cougars. Broncos lead it early here in set number 2. West hold in the quarterfinals, up 2 sets on Elgin Public Pope John and the Stuart Broncos. Here up a set on Niobrara-Verdigre off the timeout. This one poked over by the Cougars, kept alive by Stuart. Roll shot by Paxton is dug by Bauer. In the middle, Pritchett gets one right into the donut, and off the timeout, Niobrara-Verdigre a much-needed point here to get their scoring underway in set 2 after a 6-point run for Stuart to start the set. Now Harley Stark with the serve, sends one deep across to Dodds. Broncos will go out to Paxton on the left side, block back, but out of bounds. Pritchett got both arms on it, but just on the Broncos side of the net wide. That'll be a kill for Paxton, her 8th, and Stuart leads 7-1. Sarah Wallinger to the service line. Addison Steinhauser checks into the front row. Wallinger served to Breithaupt. Stark pushes it for Miller. Just has to poke it over. Estel is there. They go out to Paxton left side. That one touched on the block and dug by Breithaupt. Bumps that left for Miller. Sends it down the line. Wallinger is there. Broncos go back to Paxton. Sends it down the line. Stark has it. Breithaupt sets it up for Miller. Jocelyn swing dug by Wallinger. Estel back sets one to Kettler. Touched on the block, kept alive by the Broncos, and pushed over by the Cougars on a great play by Bauer to keep it alive. Now Niobrara-Verdigre has it, tipped over by Miller. Estel covers. Here's Paxton with the swing. Cross court and down. Another great rally. That ends with a Lacey Paxton kill. Some good volleyball from these two teams. Excellent rally and a beautiful swing cross court by Lacey Paxton to close out the point. 8-1 Stuart. Serve from Wallinger is into the net. Fourth serving error by Stuart against just two aces. We told you coming in, Stuart had well more, 193 aces to 138 service errors on the season as a team. Here in the middle is Lacey Paxton, rips it off the hands. Good diving dig by Breithaupt. Free pass across to the Broncos. Estel will back set one for Kettler. Block back, covered by Estel somehow. Swing for Paxton, dug by Breithaupt, and then it falls right in between Stark and Miller. Miller was going to help her out and then saw Stark running at it. Stark stopped when she thought Miller was going to play it. 9-2, miscommunication, gives a point to the Broncos. Jump serve, Addie Kettler sails it long. Service error number 5 on Stuart, matches the 5 from the Cougars. 9-3 Stuart here in set number 2. Broncos won the first 26-24, saving 2 set points in the process. Overpass by Stuart, but it falls into the donut and nobody plays first contact. Gianna Tubbs will get credit for the kill. Nobody played the overpassed serve. 10-3 Stuart. You wonder if fatigue's setting in just a bit now for the Cougars. Here's Vesely, has to tip it down the line. Tubbs is there. Here's a swing for Estel, off the block but out of bounds. Point Broncos, as that's off the block of Bauer. The kill for Stuart. That's Lacey Paxton, picks up her 10th. 11-3 Broncos. Paxton with the serve. Across to Bauer. They'll go back to Bauer. Rips that one off the arms of Kettler and down. Good swing. Angelina Bauer gets her first kill. And now she'll head to the service line. Cougars, though, in a hole here in set 2, 11-4. Had 2 set points at 24-22, but couldn't close out the second seed Broncos as this serve sails long from Bauer. Again, you're just starting to see the signs of the Cougars showing a little bit of fatigue, already playing in their 6th set of the evening in a warm Stuart Auditorium. 12-4 Broncos in the second. Tubbs with the serve, sends it deep, played by Miller way up high toward the top of the auditorium. Free pass across to the Broncos. Kettler pushes left for Estel, rips out one cross court, off hands and off the arms of Miller and out of bounds. Another kill for Sydney Estel. That is 6 for Estel, 10 for Paxton. That 1-2 combination has been good all year for the Broncos. Gianna Tubbs with the serve, sends it deep middle to Breithaupt. Stark pushes left for Vesely. Tough angle as it got way outside of where Vesely was wanting the ball. She couldn't keep it in, hits it into the net. Error on the Cougars, 14-4, Stuart by 10. Another ripped serve by Tubbs off the arms of Breithaupt. Great save by Bauer against the bleachers. Broncos though control. Swing for Strikey off the block and down. Broncos just keep coming. Reagan Strikey with the kill. Second timeout going to be taken by Niobrara-Verdigre as they took one at 6-0. Now at 15-4. Timeout Cougars. Broncos in control here in set 2. Elgin Pope John tonight. Huskies swept CWC 25-6, 25-11, 25-14 in the opening round. The serve across by Tubbs. Here is Vesely with the swing, touched on the block, dug by Paxton, but over the net and put away. by the Cougars, Ashley Parks. That one was dug, but over the net, and Parks ripped it home from the middle. Big point for Niobrara-Verdigre to end the Bronco run. 15-5, though. Stuart still leading by 10. This set too long and over the net, and it is put away. In fact, they'll call double contact on Kettler. It was set over the net and put away by the Cougars regardless, but 2 contacts called. 15-6, back-to-back points for Niobrara-Verdigre. Struggling here in the second, down 15-6 after having 2 set points in the first, but not being able to close out the Broncos. Left side swing, here's Estel off of the diving attempt to Jocelyn Miller. Sydney Estel with her 7th kill. 16-6, Broncos with a comfortable lead here in set 2 after stealing the first, 26-24, scoring 4 straight to end the set after being down 2 set points at 24-22. Left side swing, Vesley touched on the block, dug by Trinity Dodds. Left side swing, Estel again. Nice dig, Bree Breithaupt. Bump set Stark. Miller just has to push it across. Stewart in system, gives it out to Estel on the left side. Touched on the block, dug by Vesley. That was again Pritchett on the block. Broncos with a dig from Paxton. Here's Estel again, cross court. Nice dig by Miller, but a net violation called against Pritchett and the Cougars. So another long rally goes the way of the Stuart Broncos, and Stuart increases the lead to 12 at 18-6 here in the second. St. Mary's, the top seed, had a 1-0 lead over North Central in the quarterfinals after the Knights beat Boyd County in 4. Pritchett with the swing. That sails long, no touch at the net. And the Broncos, well, they must have put up too many points because it went from 18-6 to back to 17-6 and now back to 18-6. So swing for Strikey. That played by Breithaupt. Push it left for Vesley. That one dug by Strikey, but nobody can get to second contact as Kettler ran into Sarah Wallinger trying to get to that second ball. Point to Niobrara-Verdigre, 18-7. Looks like Westholt and EPPJ tied at 21 in set number 3 with the Huskies trying to close it out in 3 over the Wolfpack. Here's a swing for Pritchett. That one dug by Kettler. They'll set up. Estel goes cross court and in. Boy, Sydney Estel heating up. She has 8 kills to complement the 10 from Lacey Paxton. Tell you what, Westholt's playing some good volleyball. They picked up a 5-set victory last week over this Stuart Bronco team in Atkinson in a game we had on match we had on KBRB. So Westholt playing some good volleyball, and they are up 2-0 on 3-seed Elgin Public Pope John. Bump set, the swing for Pritchett, pokes one across to Strikey. They go out to Lacey Paxton, left side, off the block and off the antenna. Lacey Paxton gets kill number 11, and Stuart cruising here in the second, 20-7 over the Cougars. Cougars in their 6th set of the night. How much gas do they have left in the tank? The jump serve for Estel down the line, played nicely by Bauer. They'll set it up for Stark, dug by Kettler. Broncos will get a back row attack for Reagan Strikey, and she terminates. Reagan Strikey out of system from the back row, takes a swing and gets her 3rd kill. Have an update from O'Neill. St. Mary's now out to a 2-0 lead over North Central. 25-21, 25-16. Jump serve for Estel, played by Bauer, pushed across by the Cougars. Broncos are there, tight to the net. Paxton, that one will go into the antenna as that set just too tight over to that left side for Lacey to do anything with. 21-8. This serve played by Strikey has Paxton scrambling after it. Broncos a free pass over. Here's Miller with the swing. That one just long, and Jocelyn after that huge match against Neligh-Oakdale just not quite getting the elevation that she did in that first set. She has 6 kills, but those were all in set number 1. 22-8. Stuart with the lead, 3 away from a 2-0 lead. The serve played by Bauer. They'll bump set it for Miller. That one blocked by Steinhauser, but out of bounds on the Cougar side. That's a kill for Miller, her 7th. Good block by Steinhauser, just couldn't quite keep it in bounds on the Cougar side. Breithaupt with the serve just over the net. Played nicely by Reagan Strikey in the middle. Here's Paxton. Cuts one left off the arms of Stark and down. Kill number 12 in 2 sets for Lacey Paxton, 23-9. Stuart here in the second. Addie Kettler to the service line. She will now set. This one across to Vesely. Stark will go to Miller. Back one block back by Steinhauser. Pushed over in 2 by the Cougars. Broncos go out to Lacey Paxton. Rips that one just long. Bree Breithaupt ducked out of the way at the last moment. Let it sail long. Well, looks like Elgin Public Pope John battles back to take a set. They win over Westhold in the third, 25-21, heading to the fourth. Swing for Strikey, dug by Miller, tight to the net, blocked back by Steinhauser. Addison Steinhauser gets the ace block for Stuart, and it is set point Broncos here in the second. The serve for Lacey Paxton, played by Bauer. They go in the middle to Parks, off the block of Steinhauser and down. Ashley Parks has her 4th kill from the middle, and the Cougars salvage set point number 1, but still 24-11. Broncos trying to go up 2 sets. Serve is into the net by Bauer, and that will close out set number 2. Stuart dominates 6-0 start. Never looked back as they take the second 25-11 and have a 2-0 lead over the Niobrara-Verdigre Cougars. That's our Tri-County Bank into the second set final. We'll come back with set number 3 from Stuart Auditorium after these messages. BFM 92, KBRB.net, as we get set for set number 3 here in this Niobrara Valley Conference Tournament quarterfinal. Stuart leads Niobrara-Verdigre 26-24, 25-11, up 2-0 as we get set for set number 3 of this match. It will be the 7th set of the night for the Cougars, who beat Neligh-Oakdale in 4 sets in match number 1 in the opening round. So the Cougars playing in set number 7, the Broncos in set number 3 of the evening. And it is Stuart leading 2-0. Again, that big swing. Niobrara-Verdigre had 2 set points at 24-22 in the first. Broncos scored the final 4 to steal that set and then dominated set 2. Niobrara-Verdigre to start the service line in set 3. Good serve by Stark, played by Strikey, backing up. Middle for Wallinger, blocked back and down, and that was Billy Pritchett getting the ace block as she picks up the ace, and the Cougars start with the first point of set number 3. St. Mary's up 2-0 on North Central in a quarterfinal. West Holt leads Elgin Public Pope John 2-1 as a swing by Estill is off the arms of a diving Bree Breithopt and out of bounds. 9th kill for Sydney Estill. 12 leads all players by Lacey Paxton. 7 from Jocelyn Miller leading Niobrara-Verdigre, followed up by 4 from Ashley Parks. Tied at 1, jump serve, Sydney Estill, a good one. Over the net, put away, Paxton can't do it. Good play by Stark to keep it alive. And a free pass goes outside the antenna by the Cougars, so the Broncos will get the point. 2-1 Stuart. Elkhorn Valley, a 4-set winner over Summerland in the first quarterfinal to go final, and that's because Elkhorn Valley received a forfeit from 12 seed Santee in the opening round. Serve into the net by the Broncos. Sydney Estill, 6th service error of the match for Stuart. This serve played by Dodds. Broncos go to Paxton, touched on the block, dug by Miller. Here is Parks, tips one over the block. That dug by Paxton. Back set it to Kettler. Blocked back and down. And that one, Jocelyn Miller picks up her second block. 3-2 Cougars here in the third. Down 2-0. Bree Breithopt to serve for Niobrara-Verdigre. Cleaning up a wet spot on the floor on the Cougar side. Now here's a swing for Paxton, and that's a diving play made by Breithopt, but over the net and put away by Paxton. Lacey's 13th kill. Nice dig by Breithopt to keep that swing from Paxton off the floor, but it sailed over the net and Paxton put it away. Addison Steinhauser back into the front row for Stuart. Niobrara-Verdigre basically just has 7 players who see the floor. This one poked over by Parks. Broncos cover it. They go back to Lacey Paxton. Tools it off the block of Bauer and down. 14 kills early in the third set for Lacey Paxton after a 24-kill match when we had them last week in the 5-set loss to West Holt. Paxton had 24 kills in that one. She has 14 here in this quarterfinal. Serve for Wallinger, deep middle to Vesely. They back set it for Jocelyn Miller. There's a rip. Nice dig by Wallinger way up high into the top of the roof structure here at the auditorium. Cougars have it. Cross-court attack is dug by Estill. Swing for Paxton. Nice dig by Breithopt. They push it left for Miller. Off the block and out of bounds. Jocelyn Miller with kill number 8. Ends a good rally. Broncos got a nice dig from Wallinger on that first swing by Miller, but Miller gets the kill and now heads to the service line. Jocelyn 8 kills and 2 blocks after a big match in the win over Neligh-Oakdale. They'll set it up for Paxton. Little roll shot is dug by Stark. Poked over by Parks from the middle. Broncos control it. That one, though, poked over too far by Kettler, but the Cougars can't put it away. Now back to the Niobrara-Verdigre side. Poke try is blocked back by Steinhauser, covered by the Cougars. Broncos keep it alive on a nice play by Lacey Paxton and poked over by Tubbs. Set deep by the Cougars. Strikey chases it down. Now Lacey Paxton tools one off the block and out of bounds. Good rally again, and it's kill number 15 for Lacey Paxton in this match, and Stuart has the lead 5-4 here in the third. Addie Kettler to the service line. Runs under a jump serve and sends it across to Breithopt, the libero. They'll back set it for Bauer. That block back by Steinhauser, covered by the Cougars. Poked over and down by Angelina Bauer. Got the second one to fall. Addison Steinhauser getting her hands on a lot of volleyballs there at the net. She has 1 ace block, but she's a nice presence as a sophomore in the middle for Stuart. 5-5 is in to serve for the first time is number 25 for Niobrara-Verdigre, who we do not have listed in uniform. I wonder if that's Olivia Holtz, who's listed at 24, not sure. Just scanning numbers across the way. Swing by Paxton, dug by Miller. Vesely sends it across to Kettler. Estill pushes left for Paxton. Touched on the block, pushed back over, joust. Here's Paxton with a swing, and it's into the net. Good play by Stark to get that first block on Lacey. It went way up high to the Broncos side. Paxton just mistimed the jump a little bit and sent the next one into the net. 6-5. Stuart trailing Niobrara-Verdigre here in the third. Sorry, young lady, I do not have a number 25 on my roster for Niobrara-Verdigre. It's a swing for Reagan Strikey. That one just long. Breithaupt ducks out of the way at the last moment. Attack error by the Broncos, and the Cougars lead 7-5 here in the third. 7-5 Niobrara-Verdigre. This serve deep middle to Tubbs. Kettler will set it up for Paxton in the middle. Rips that one home. Lacey Paxton, her 16th kill. And back in will come Bauer. So it is playing in the fourth. Westholt and EPPJ. Westholt leads EPPJ 2-1 at Elgin Popejohn High School tonight. This serve, Vesely gets the swing off the block of Steinhauser and to the Bronco floor. Vesely has her third kill, and Niobrara-Verdigre with an 8-6 advantage here in the third, trying to force a fourth set in this quarterfinal against the second-seeded Broncos. This serve into the net for Parks, and you're just seeing it here if you're watching us on the Stuart video stream. Just seeing the legs just quite aren't there for the Cougars. They're playing their seventh set consecutive here after winning in 4 sets in the opening round. They'll have to do that next week, those teams that play the opening round. Vesely down the line, dug by Kettler. Strikey will set it up for Wallinger, pokes it away from the block. Nice one-handed bring up by Stark. Here's a Vesely, rolls one over, that dug by Kettler. Estill sets one deep. Miller tracks it down. Back out to Vesely on the left side. Sends that one long. No touch at the net. Error on the Cougars. Point Broncos, and we are tied at 8 here in the third. So in sub-districts, if you're in a bracket that has 5 teams, you'll have to potentially play 2 best 3 of 5 matches on Monday, as they'll go opening round and opening round and semifinals on Monday, as this one blocked by Wallinger, but out of bounds on the Cougar side. Vesely gets the kill. Her fourth. Niobrara-Verdigre retakes the lead at 9-8 here in the third, trailing 2-0. Elkhorn Valley, your first entrant into the semifinals tomorrow. They'll play at 6:15 against the winner of St. Mary's and North Central. St. Mary's leads that one 2-0. Swing by Estill is through the double block and down. Estill into double figures. She has 10 kills. 9 apiece here in the third. 16 kills from Paxton, 10 from Estill on the 1-2 punch for the Broncos. Jump serve for Strikey. Tickles the net and falls on the Cougar side. Strikey caught a lot of tape with that serve, but had enough to get it across. Third ace serve for the Broncos. 3 for the Cougars. All came in set 1 by Stark. Ace serve back-to-back. Reagan Strikey. That one lands right in between the front row and the back row. Broncos up 11-9 now in the third. Back-to-back aces from Reagan Strikey. This is a good serving Bronco team. She sends this one down the line to Vesely. They'll set up Jocelyn Miller. Rips one cross court. Great dig by Paxton. Pushing out left. Tip is down for Sydney Estill. Good vision. Saw an opening just over the block. Cougar back row couldn't get to it. Estill has kill number 11. 12-9, Broncos on a 4-point run. Another excellent serve from Strikey, ekes up Breithaupt. Free pass across that doesn't go across for Bauer. That free pass attempt into the tape, and it is the timeout. Niobrara-Verdigre, as the Broncos have scored 5 straight and lead now set number 3, 13-9 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard, up 2-0 in this NVC tournament quarterfinal. Drove through downtown Stuart on my way here to Stuart Auditorium tonight. So big thanks to Whole County Locker and crew bringing you the match here tonight on KBRB. Will be pending tomorrow night. Likely will be at St. Mary's for the NVC tournament semifinals. And we have Bronco football on the air on Friday as they take on Hampton for a district title match. Off the timeout, good swing for Pritchett, but it's dug nicely by Strikey and pushed over by the Broncos. Stark goes out to Miller, sets one deep, but long, just long for Jocelyn. Boy, she was on fire in the first set with 6 kills, but has added only 2 since that time. She was in double figures by a bundle in that first match win over Neligh-Oakdale. 14-9 Stuart with a 5-point advantage. Here's Pritchett, pokes one over the block. Diving dig made by Strikey. The swing for Estel is into the net. Sid had to back up and kind of jump off one foot to try to attack that one. Got it into the net, 14-10. Nice job by Reagan Strikey. She dug that one and then took a leg of Sarah Wallinger right to the face. This one off the arms of Trinity Dodds and down. Ace serve for Niobrara-Verdigre. And that once again is the setter, Harley Stark. She's been good at the service line. She's the first server for the Cougars and has all 4 of their ace serves in this one. First, though, since the opening set. Another tough serve. This one played nicely by Trinity Dodds. Swing for Estel. She tips it off the arms of a diving Stark and down. Kill number 12 for Sydney Estel. 15-11 Stuart here in the third. Broncos 26-24, 25-11. In the first 2, they fought off 2 set points in the first set. Scored the final 4. Cougars get a big swing for Miller, and that one sails long. And again, just not quite the elevation that was there in that first match and even the first set. And now they're going to give Jocelyn Miller a little breather. As you can just see, the legs are about gone as she gives max effort. Taylon Stark, a freshman, going to check in for her. They'll give Jocelyn just a quick breather, I'm sure. She is just a phenomenal athlete, and she will be a joy to watch on the basketball court for Cougar fans this winter. Swing for Bauer, dug by Dodds, dug out of the net by Estel, and pushed over by Wallinger, and it surprises the Cougars after it just falls on the Niobrara-Verdigre side. Wallinger will get credit for the kill as it just barely cleared the tape and then fell right to that floor of the Cougars. They couldn't dig it out of the net. Serve across to Breithaupt, has the Cougars scrambling. Free pass across to Stewart. Kettler pushes it out to Paxton, tips it away from the block, dug by Stark. Back row attack for Stark. Dug by Strikey, back set for Kettler. Cross court attack, dug by Stark again. Bump set it for Pritchett. Roll shot, dug by Dodds, but then nobody gets to second contact. That'll be a kill for Billy Pritchett. Into the front row comes Ashley Parks. Again, Miller just getting a little breather here. The serve across to Strikey by Breithaupt. Broncos push it left for Paxton. This was a beautiful diving dig by Breithaupt to keep it alive. Stark sets it over. Strikey is there. They push it right back to Lacey Paxton. Rips that one down the line and good. The vision, Lacey Paxton, instead of going cross court like she did the swing before, sends that one down the line. 17 kills for Paxton. Steinhauser back to the front row as Wallinger to serve. And now Jocelyn Miller will return after just a quick breather, as out will go Taylon Stark. 18-12 Broncos here in the third, trying to close it out. Sub-districts begin next week for our area teams. Here's a poke across by Parks. That's Doug. Big swing down the line again. Lacey Paxton lighting it up. 18 kills. And we're in the third set of this match. She had 24 last week in the 5-set loss to West Holt, piling up the kill totals. Serve for Wallinger, catches the tape. Service error number 7 for Stewart. Wallinger checks out as Tubbs back in at the libero spot. 19-13, and Jocelyn Miller to the service line. Miller serve deep middle to Estel. Kettler sets it up for Paxton. That one touched on the block and covered by the Cougars. Poked over in 2 by Bauer. Stewart is there. They go to Paxton on the left side. Rips that one off the arms of Miller and into the stands. Boy, Lacey Paxton just lighting it up here tonight from Stuart Auditorium. 19 kills, Sydney Estill with 12. And that 1-2 punch right now just too much for Niobrara-Verdigre. Jump serve by Kettler, played by Miller. The bump set goes over the net and out of bounds, not touched by the Broncos, and that's an error on Niobrara-Verdigre. Stuart 4 points away from a sweep. Timeout Cougars here in the third. Broncos lead it 21-13, up 2-0. In 4 sets. So St. Mary's will take on Elkhorn Valley tomorrow night at 6:15 in the first semifinal. Off the timeout, the swing by Parks. Off the tape, dug by the Broncos, pushed over by Steinhauser, but blocked back. Here's Paxton. Off the block and down. Lacey Paxton has 20 kills. And the Broncos get the point off the timeout. 22-13 Stuart in the third. Broncos 3 away from a trip to the semis tomorrow night at St. Mary's. Back row attack for Bauer as she and Miller run into each other. Error as that one into the net. 23-13. Stuart has increased the lead to 10, and you can just tell Niobrara-Verdigre is gassed. They're playing in their 7th straight set. Cougars will get a swing for Vesely. That one blocked back by Steinhauser. Diving play to save it. Breithaupt and a free pass across to Stuart. Estill will set it up for Steinhauser. That one dug by Miller over the net and put away by Reagan Strikey. A couple of great digs by Breithaupt and Miller, but just too much firepower from Stuart. Strikey terminates there, and it's match point at 24-13. Kettler's jump serve played by Breithaupt. Bump set Stark out to Vesely. Sets it over the block. Dug by Paxton. Back set it for Strikey. Down the middle. Breithaupt with the dig. Pushed over in 2. Tubbs is there. Set deep by Estill. Cougars cover. Here's Parks off the tape. Dug by Strikey. Estill sets it up for Paxton for the match. Touched on the block. Nice dig by Jocelyn Miller backing up. Vesely tips it over the block, kept alive by the Broncos, and put away on the swing by Angelina Bauer on the overpass block. Bauer, the third kill of the night, and the Cougars save match point number 1. 24-14. Here's match point number 2 for Stuart. Serve deep, played by Tubbs. They'll bump set it out for Paxton for the win. Just long. Lacey just misses going down the line. The Cougars save match point number 2, 24-15. Here comes match point number 3. This serve deep, played by Tubbs. Kettler will back set one for Steinhauser, sets it deep to Breithaupt. Stark goes left for Vesely. That one through the block and down. Vesely with her 5th kill. 24-16. 3 straight match points saved by the Cougars. Match point number 4. Serve deep to Tubbs. Kettler will set it up for Strikey. Into the middle and down, and that's the match. Kill number 5 for Reagan Strikey, and the Stuart Broncos sweep Niobrara-Verdigre in the quarterfinals of the Niobrara Valley Conference Tournament. Stuart into a 7:30 semifinal tomorrow night where they will take on either Westholt or Elgin Public Pope John. That match in the 4th set with Westholt leading 2-1. Your Tri-County Bank match final here in this quarterfinal. The 2-seed Stuart Broncos defeat 7-seed Niobrara-Verdigre 26-24, 25-11, 25-16. We'll tell you more about it in our Tri-County Bank End of the Match summary and Buckles Automotive post-match show in just a moment.
Discover Ram Power and make an entrance in the new 2022 Ram 1500. Designed to be durable, functional, and stylish. Get the feel of first class with luxurious leather-trimmed seating options, exceptional legroom and storage, plus tech you'd expect from a premium pickup truck. Discover Ram Power during the Ram Power Days event that's going on now at Williams Product Company in O'Neill, where service is a family tradition.
Just like in sports, when everyone is working together, you have a solid play. The same holds true in the concrete business at Stuart Concrete. Eric mixes the right amount of cement, gravel, and water to deliver the best concrete for your building project. Whether it is for floors, walls, drives, and walks, Stuart Concrete can also supply the reinforcing wire rebar, sand, gravel, and rock for solid, long-lasting concrete. Call Eric at Stuart Concrete with locations in Stuart, Atkinson, and now in Valentine, 402-924-3644 or cell phone 402-340-1307.
Greg Kinsey welcoming you back here to Stuart Auditorium as this quarterfinal of the Niobrara Valley Conference Tournament is in the books. The 2-seed Stuart Broncos move into tomorrow night's semifinals. They will play at 7:30 in a match we will have on KBRB. That match will be against either West Holt, the 6-seed, or Elgin Public Pope John, the 3-seed. At last report, West Holt had a 2-1 lead over the Wolfpack. West Holt won the first 2. Elgin Public Pope John wins the third. St. Mary's a winner over North Central in 3 straight, and it was Elkhorn Valley in 4 sets, the 5-seed knocking off 4-seed Summerland tonight. St. Mary's and Elkhorn Valley will play at 6:15 tomorrow, and that'll be followed by Stuart against either Elgin Public Pope John.